Hey, pressure. We're talking about pressure today. I went on Google and Googled exactly what pressure is. Continuous physical force exerted on or against an object by something in contact with it. So then I took it a step further. How to rise above pressure. I Googled that and I'm not happy with absolutely any of the answers that I received. The first links that pop up when you Google that are advice on peer pressure and role models from MTV. There's a link here: how to rise above social media pressure like a goddess, how to combat peer pressure, how do I help my teen rise above peer pressure, how do I rise above the pressure of PTSD. I mean, I don't understand how every single link here, every single copy, every single website, it's making pressure turn into this negative thing. And I don't see it as that way. Every single individual listening to this podcast needs to be very uniquely and squarely rooted with the understanding that pressure is coming. There will be pressure. And frankly, how you react to that pressure over time, at scale, at night, during the day, when you're sleep deprived, when you're hungry, for years, is going to directly impact whether or not you do exactly what you want to do in your life. Whatever that goal is in the back of your mind right now, I can tell you from experience, both individually and then just watching other people, the answer to whatever riddle you want to solve in your career or just in your aspirations, it is directly reflected on how well you can handle this one word, period. And it brings me back to this keynote speech I heard once about diamonds and how most women love diamonds, right? And most men equally spend a lot of time and money trying to accrue these diamonds for their loved ones. And then I'd like to entertain you with a quick analogy here. When I was early in dating my wife Haley, I used to always give her what I would consider the Braveheart story, and that was, hey babe, listen, some of the best love stories that we know of come from this movie Braveheart. And if you remember Mel Gibson's character, he loved that girl so much he took her out in the middle of the woods and married her, and all they had was some cloth. This dude made like a damn cloth wrist wrap, slapped it on there, and she was goo goo gaga for him until she didn't make it. And so I was like, yo, what do you think? What's up with this? What do we need diamonds for? And I got, essentially the answer that you would expect, which is an eye roll. And I wasn't serious, but diamonds are the most valuable jewel culturally that we see. We see it in movies, we see it in pop culture, we see it in rappers and athletes and anybody that's got any money. Like, they're flaunting diamonds. Diamonds it. That's the standard, right? Diamonds. In order to be produced, a diamond's got to go through what? Extreme heat and pressure. Heat, pressure, heat, pressure. You're never going to be a diamond. You'll literally be coal. You'll be shit if you don't go under extreme heat and extreme pressure. And if they can't make it, they crack. You'll never be the diamond. And if that's not enough, honestly, what makes a diamond is its cut. And after all that torture that's endured, it's got to be polished and it's got to be prepared and it's got to be iterated, and it's still going to be shit if that final step of cut is garbage. After you go through all the pressure that you think you can't handle, then they turn on the heat. That's equally fair in our lives, I'll be honest with you. All the shit that I've been through in my life, losing my identity as a soldier, a warrior athlete, I can't lift, I can't run. Hell, some days I struggle to sit down in the toilet. Riding high as hell. I was riding at the fucking top, guys. Just graduated the Q course, valedictorian of our SF class, one of the fastest runners. I was one of the best physical specimens on my team. I had a bright future in SOF, and ever since I graduated, it started slowly going downhill. Slowly going downhill from the moment I graduated, from Halo School all the way on. And let me ask you something. Have you ever truly looked into the soul of a man who's lost his identity rapidly? Truly. Have you ever in your life been around people that within an instant like that, their lifelong dreams are gone? Just ripped away. I'll tell you what now, I have. It's called selection. And I don't mean spur of the moment, fruitless dreams. I mean people that changed their lives for this. People that left their family, that moved on from their girl, they left their comfort zone, and then they got there and they fucking failed. I'm going to be honest with you, I put everything into Special Forces. Every single thing, and I won. Until I didn't. But it never broke me. And why? Because I've been defeated so many times. I've been disappointed so much in my life that I know what that shit feels like. I can handle it. I've been through it. I've iterated the pressure over time. You know, life didn't test me at 18, didn't test me at 25. Hell, I don't even know if it tested me at 30, but it's testing me right now at 36. It's testing me a lot stronger at 36 than it ever has before. And I don't think I realized that until here recently. After I've gone through everything that I've gone through, all the pressure, all the heat, all the loops that I could go through, life kind of looked at me and they were like, yo, okay, we're done with pressure now, baby. It's time to bring the heat. It's time to bring the heat. And, you know, you think that heat's done. You think you've already passed that phase, but you didn't. Because the only way we can tell a fake diamond from a real one is applying pressure. That's the only way. We can't put the fucker on the table and see it. It looks the same as everybody else's selection. It looks the same as every other bald dude standing in this formation of 300 and something people. So listen to me. When I tell you that life is going to be a bear fight, it's going to be heat, pressure, repeat. Heat, pressure, repeat. That's just not going to stop when you sign the papers. It's not going to stop when you leave for boot camp or basic training. It's not going to stop when you show up to airborne school and then ultimately to your selection class. It's not going to stop when you get to your team.